With LJ talking about the first genre to be replaced by AI. Can you guess what it is, guys? Give me your guesses in the chat. What do you think is the first thing that's gonna be replaced by AI? Yeah. No. Well, maybe that too, but yeah, no, lo-fi. It's just too easy to make. It's just too easy to make, dude. This isn't even a hot take, man. I'm pretty sure I said this before this video came out. Okay, here, let's listen to him here.
I think lo-fi might be one of the first genres to be completely taken over by AI, and the worst part about it is, I don't even think most people are gonna notice. Now, this might sound—
It's already happening, for sure. It's already happening.
Sound crazy coming from me, someone who's built their entire career off of lo-fi and gotten hundreds of millions of streams from it. But the truth is, lo-fi generally is minimal. It's chill. It's laid back. It's background music. That's kind of the whole point of it. So realistically—
You don't know what the issue is with it. It's kind of soulless, you know? Now, when I say soulless, I'm not saying there's like a complete lack of feeling, but it's like, it's not the kind of music that like makes you cry, you know? It's not the kind of music that makes you want to change your life. It's just like chill background music, you know what I mean? Like, I think the music that's easiest going to be replaced by AI is going to be stuff for films, lo-fi, just anything that's in the background, things that don't require your immediate focus, you know? It is the new elevated music, and it's not even bad music per se. It's basically just jazz with drums.
If you take a step back from being a creator of it and think like a listener, it's not really made for you to pay full attention to it. So if AI can make the same vibe in 30 seconds and it gets playlisted anyway, what does that mean for real producers? I'm more than sure a bunch of Spotify editorial playlists are already flooded with AI music. I haven't tested this theory, but today we're going to dive into it. And the first way to test this out is for me to get familiar with these AI tools like Suno and Udio.
Oh man. All right. This is taking a turn I don't like already. Okay, whatever. Okay, let's just see. Let's let him cook.
I think that's how it's pronounced. Make a lo-fi beat with it, see how it sounds, maybe compare it to one of mine, and then I'm going to—
let me clarify. I'm not saying all film music will be replaced. You know, just the stuff in the background, the stuff that's like the cheap stuff. You know, the cheap stuff's going to be easily replaced. Not like because there's some amazing stuff sometimes, you know, like there can be some really amazing stuff, especially when there's no dialogue. That's usually when it hits its like peak.
Head over to Spotify, listen real close, and see if I can detect some AI. Because here's the thing, if I can go through a bunch of playlists and detect AI beats from ear, then that's actually a good sign. The real issue is if I can't detect it at all, because that means it's already—
Well, then if you can't detect it though, you won't be able to prove anything here though, right?
Already as good as everybody else's, or as bad as everybody else's, because, you know, sometimes these playlists are just, you know.
Bro, he's got like a 1 HP voice right now, dude. This is crazy. He sounds so defeated, dude. Like
Let's not go there. Let's test it out. Okay, so this is Suno. I think this might be like one of the most popular ones. And let's just type an idea. Let's do
it might be. I don't really know. I don't know.
Soft, chill, guitar, lo-fi, instrumental. Let's just see what that pops up. Okay, so they already did 2 tracks. Let's hear them.
Time to find a new career, pal. It's over. It's fucking over, dude. The thing about lo-fi is it doesn't even need bass. You know what I mean? Like you've made it way too easy. You've made it way too easy at this point.
I hate to say it, but that's pretty fire. Damn. I genuinely thought it would be worse. Let's play another one.
It's just the same. It's so derivative.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of the drums, but I'm often not a big fan of drums that I hear in the Spotify playlist either. But that was a lot better than I thought, I'm not gonna lie. Let's pull up one of my beats just on Spotify, so it's like similar quality. Do I have a beat that's similar? Let's see. Bonita has guitar.
You know what's fucked up is it probably trained off his music. It's almost definitely trained off his music. The percussion's way more interesting in his stuff for sure.
I mean, for me, the thing that sets it apart is clearly like the actual sound quality. But honestly, it's not that
the dynamics too.
What's the most poppin' lo-fi playlist? Lo-fi beats. And let's just click one of these. I mean, this is banging.
I mean, it's hard to tell, bro. That might even be AI right there.
I'm familiar with Kupla though, so I know that's not AI.
Okay.
I mean, these are all real people. So I guess that's one tell you can see on Spotify about the artist. Okay, so let's try to see if we can replicate something like this though.
Yeah. Okay, so one way to spot these is like artists with like they have no existence anywhere else. Like they basically just seem like they popped up on Spotify and there's nothing else. You can't find them on Twitter, you can't find them on Instagram. They're only in those playlists and they're nowhere else. I mean, it's an actual thing that has been proven. Like this is not even like a theory at this point.
How could we though? How could we? That sounds like something I would make. Let's see. Custom? Oh, create your own song. Somber lo-fi instrumental with short bass line and let's say Rhodes with lots of swing. Let's see if that is enough to make something good.
It might be too much.
Something that I would listen to or something that I would make. Which one is it? Midnight Reverie? Let's see. Damn, that's quick. That's quick. I
don't know, that sample's kind of ass.
I mean, I hate that. At least I hate that. But let's see. Lots of swing, minimal chords. Let's do minimal chords. Maybe that fix.
Yeah, Eldra's like, I'm cooked. He's like, dude, he's got like a not right now, but earlier in the video, he had like a 1 HP voice. Like you could have just like spit on him and he would have died right there. If you're pushing daisies.
This is it. And that wasn't somber at all, unless I don't know what somber means. The fuck? Okay, it lost the plot. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign though. Okay, one of the main things I noticed is that the drums weren't.
Well, hey, you know what? If you were to release music like Kanye's newest song, I don't think AI can do that. I don't think they let you do that. All right. So if you want to be original, praise Hitler. You know what I'm saying?
Top quality. They sounded kind of weird.
Uncle Adams. Bro, that's a throwback.
Hats and all the like higher frequency stuff didn't sound very good. That being said, lo-fi is lo-fi, bro. That's the whole point. Like it doesn't need to sound good. People are gonna put that on in the background while they're
You say it doesn't need to sound good.
Whatever it may be. And as long as the vibe's on point, it's good to go. To the ears of someone just throwing on background music on Spotify, that's totally fine, bro. Totally passable. And for someone who hypothetically, please don't get it.
Wait, I didn't say praise Adolf. I'm saying that's what you got to do if you don't want AI to train off your music.
The ideas, but I'm sure they're already doing it. Who has the time and effort to like make a
But yeah, sure, clip that. We need some drama farming, guys.
bunch of these. It's similar to ChatGPT. I use that a lot, and sometimes you really have to be specific with how you
Yeah, someone make that Twitter account right now. Out of context Weaverbeats. Go for it. Do it. I'll retweet it. Free clout right there. Come on.
I'm sure there are people who are going in here and getting their prompts down to a T that can really dial in and make something they
Timbaland.
like. So really
that's a Timbaland prompt right there.
there are no real ethical ways to use this, I'd say, besides maybe just sampling it or something like that. And I don't even want to be cliche and say, oh, it sounds good, but it's soulless. You know what I'm saying? Because what really is the soul of music? There is like some kind of vibe you can get. At least for me, I'd like to think that I've kind of made my own lane with.
Well, the thing is, it's copying vibe. You know what I mean? Like the chord progression and the melodies, that's the vibe. And the sounds, that's the vibe. So if it's just like being derivative, it's just copying a vibe. It's not making a vibe from scratch. So at a certain point, it's kind of just like eating itself, you know? No pause.
In lo-fi, a lot of my music doesn't sound exactly the same to the previous song, you know? That's what people say when it comes to AI, like there's no soul to it, but like, come on, bro, like for this genre, and not even just lo-fi, for like just piano music, ambient music, people are just putting it on in the background, bro. Like AI can definitely do that, and a lot of people won't notice. And here's the problem with that, right? Like lo-fi changed my life, TikTok, playlists, building a real fan base. Like, it really gave me everything. But now it can kind of start to feel like you are competing with the thousands of AI songs being uploaded and people that are just making specific.
I think it's more than thousands. If it's 18% of all stuff on Deezer, it's gotta be more than thousands. I think at least like tens or hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions. I don't know.
Music to try to game the playlist system. And it becomes like not
Depending on what time frame we're talking about.
so much about the music and more
Spotify is full of AI music and some say it's ruining the platform. Yeah, just some say it though.
so about how fast you can hit upload and how many songs you can upload. And let's keep it a bean. I'm making like 1 or 2 beats a week here. AI just made like 1,000 while I'm saying this sentence right now. I recently saw a stat that nearly 100,000 songs are uploaded to Spotify a day. And about 87% of that doesn't really get any streams or earn any income. And while we can't really identify the percentage of those uploads that are AI, but like common sense tells me that a good percentage of it has to be AI at this point. I'm not sure if all these streaming platforms have restrictions on AI generated music or anything yet, but like if I'm Spotify, I'm making the AI music myself and putting it in the playlist, which is a pretty valid theory of something that could be going on, you know what I'm saying? But again, we don't need to go there today.
Today is release day for my first song on my own label, though. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. You couldn't have picked a worse time to release your first song ever. That's actually tragic, dude. Gonna pick like 10 years ago or something, 5 years ago, 3, 4, 3 even. 2 maybe? Sometime before AI. It's not my first ever, okay.
Now, for those of you who knows me, I'm Mr. Optimism, you know what I'm saying? I see this stuff and it's not really something that gets to me or bothers me. It's not something that worries me about the future.
Okay, let's be honest though. You kind of had a 1 HP voice throughout like half this video. It may be bothering you a little bit, just a tiny bit. It definitely seems like it has you a little bit nervous.
Future that much. At the end of the day,
and like let me just get this straight. Like I would be nervous too. Like I'm already nervous, and I'm like I make different music, but I mean like I think funk music could easily be replaced too. Like you hit generate enough times and. Yeah, who the fuck's going to an AI rapper concert? That's the thing is it's gonna basically you have to put more personality into your music, I think, because if you're like original sounding, it's gonna take a long time for it to catch up.
There are 2 justified reactions to this.
Like, let me see it copy Tyler the Creator. Let me see it copy Earl Sweatshirt. Let me see how that works. It's not gonna be anywhere near the same.
Yes, 1, you can crash out, you can give up, you can try something else, or whatever it may be. But all that...
Bro, who do you even crash out on with AI? Like, what does that look like? What does a crash out because AI look like? Is it just like, you go crazy on social media? Like, you're gonna go crazy on your computer? You're gonna go full office space? Like, what does that look like?
Tells me is maybe you weren't making it for the right reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me personally, I started making lo-fi because I just gravitated to making chill music. And admittedly, I did see on Spotify that people were having millions of monthly listeners and barely any Instagram followers. So it seemed like this is something that someone could build a career off of. But that's just inevitable of something you would do when you are pursuing something, right? Like if I want to do this for a living, you got to find out a way to make money off of it. It's not the other way around.
Right. If you like get tricked into an AI rap beef, like if someone AI generates a song, you get tricked into it. I don't even know what to say, man. I don't even know what to say. Like you have no friends, man. Nobody talked to you about you before doing all of that. Like you recorded the response. No one was like, "Hey, this sounds like it might be AI." You had no friends. You self-engineered. You recorded your own studio. You talked to no one. You asked for no feedback from anyone. Nothing.
Around, guys. I know I talk about streaming and virality and money and numbers all the time, but at the end of the day, if you didn't know this, if no one's ever told you this before, do not start making music to make money. It's possibly one of the...
It's like there's no... You don't even have to tell people that, because if they're going to be stupid enough to do that, they're going to find out really quickly that that's not going to pan out, dude. That's not going to pan out. You don't even have to tell people that, dude. Like, I feel like we're just being dumb and wasting our breath by telling people that. Like, instead, let them waste their energy. If they want to make... If their whole plan with making music is to make money, let them waste their energy. Like, you're wasting energy just saying that, in my opinion.
I don't want to say dumbest, but I just said it. Dumbest things you can do. You know what I'm saying? So if this gives you gloom and doom and makes you not want to pursue music or not want to pursue making lo-fi, then...
And it's not that you can't make money doing music, but it's just, there's just so many better ways to make money with your time, especially like starting out. Like the amount of like uphill work you have to do without getting paid is insane. It's corny, but it's just for the whole creativity of it.
Maybe you were in it for the wrong reason and you should try something else. But me personally, this is just the music I like to make. And number two, the second reaction, which is the one I'm having and which is the one I suggest you should have, is to go throughout your love for music or your music career that you're working on with originality in mind and personality. A lot of my fans are fans of Eldre. They're fans of Eldre's music. Though like a bulk of my streams do come from like algorithmic playlists and stuff like that.
You guys are hating on the hat. I kind of like it. I don't know. I kind of wish I had one, if I'm being honest.
I've tried my hardest to build myself up as a like household name when it comes to lo-fi. Whether it's Spotify, my YouTube channel, my social media platforms, even when I work with brands, a lot of them are coming to me, like Ray-Ban Meta, for example, where they're thinking of cool campaign ideas. I'm the guy that can take a product and sample it.
Okay, bro. What? We don't need the flex, man. We don't need the flex. What is this? What is this flex right now?
To some chill kind of lo-fi beat to promote that product. So when it comes to like building a career and making income and all that kind of stuff, streams aren't my only source of income. I'm able to do brand deals. I'm able to sell sample packs and all that kind of stuff because I've built my name in the space by just being a hopefully trustworthy, if you guys would say.
Guys, make sure to hit the like button if you haven't. What are you doing? Drop a like. Drop a like on the YouTube. Donating via the stream elements link down in the description or a super chat. A great way for me to get some goofy, cool hats. Maybe I can get some silly hats. Would you guys like some silly hats or a pimp chalice or something, or some rings or crown? Probably from Etsy.
Say that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, hopefully a trustworthy name in the producer space, in the lo-fi space. And that's why I've been able to build such a good foundation for myself. So that's what we all need to do regardless of AI. Because think about it, like at some point, all music was made with instruments. So imagine when like DAWs came around. Imagine
fucking Reason. It's fucking Reason, dude. Holy shit. Is that Reason 4?
When Splice came around, there's been big debates about splice loops and all that kind of stuff. Like there's always going to be shifts. AI might be one of the most scary ones, if I'm being honest, because they're literally creating shit out of thin air. But there's always going to be shifts in
he said with 1 HP voice.
Music, and no matter what, building your own personal brand.
Well, the thing about AI music not being able to be copyrighted is that's also a double-edged sword, though. That means that anybody can use it. The only thing about it not being able to be copyrighted is you couldn't win a court case with it. It just makes it like what is it called? Public whatever. You know what I'm talking about, the public copyright thing. I'm fried right now. Hey, thank you.
$5 towards the $2,000 reverb or a silly hat.
Thank you very much, Kenny Rocks. I will look. I'll see what kind of silly hats they have. It's got to be like kind of silly, like, but not like insanely silly.
And building your own fan base and getting people to fall in love with you as a person and as a personality.
Public domain,
and all
yeah,
that kind of stuff is really what is going to save you in the long run.
More silly hats.
Yes, more silly hats. My current hat's not really silly. It's actually the opposite of silly. It's very serious.
People are just drowning out with AI stuff. Is lo-fi hip-hop going to be killed by AI? It's possible, but so is ambient. So is anything that is simple and easy to make. Like the whole instrumental space could be screwed if that's how you like to see it. But in my personal opinion, I believe that this emergence of AI music is really just going to shine a much more brighter light on real artists and people.
I agree, Flow the River. Yeah, I believe AI music is forcing producers to become more creative and may elevate music out of the repetitive loop we've been in. I actually agree with that. Yeah, you're gonna have to make better shit. You're gonna have to make better. You're gonna have to think differently. I mean, okay, wait. It should not be playing a sound effect for 35 cents.
Or a silly willy hat.
Hey, thank you for this the donation for the silly willy hat, but it's not gonna give me much of a hat. Can maybe get like I can't even get a can of soda, really. I thank you, I appreciate that. All right, yeah, but I kind of do agree with that. I mean, it's not the best method to go about it, but I do think it will kind of force people to be more creative, you know?
People who put their personality at the forefront. If you think about any genre, like hip hop, for example, hip hop has recently become like the biggest genre in the past like 5-10 years or whatever. And there's a whole bunch of trash, a whole bunch of garbage, a whole bunch of doo-doo uploaded every single day.
It's not really a fair comparison though. Like lo-fi and rap music are totally different. Like rap has a lot more character to it. You know, there's like tons of different like varieties to it. You have people like Kendrick Lamar, you got people like Future, you got people like Aesop Rock, you know, like There's a million different directions you can go with it. Like comparing it to lo-fi is like way more one-dimensional.
There's always been a bunch of competition that just isn't that great. But what makes Kendrick Lamar, for example, the greatest of all time, I would say, you know what I'm saying? I know there's some older people that are Tupac, Biggie, Jay-Z. Kendrick, bro. Kendrick. But what sets the Kendricks and all the other artists that you may love apart from all the artists that you never even heard of is them, their bodies of work that they've built. You know, when you find some music you really like, you want to dive into that person. You want to dive into their catalog. You want to watch their
dive into that person.
Interviews. You want to learn more about them. You want to go to their concerts. You want to do this and that. Now, that being said, when it comes to the instrumental space, that's not that big of a thing. You know what I'm saying? So take that with a grain of salt. I feel like I'm rambling at this point, but what I'm trying to say is the AI flood is coming whether you like it or not. And the only way to rise above,
you gotta dive into it. We gotta dive into the flood
of the water is to be unapologetically you and have that at the forefront of everything you do.
I hate these like corny endings to videos, dude. Like, fuck me, dude. Like, just wanna fucking just fucking dude. What the hell, dude?
And I'd like to end this with a question. If you were listening to Spotify and you heard a song that you really liked, would you
dollars towards the hooker and cocaine fund?
Okay, hey, well, we don't do that over here. We just get silly hats here. Thank you very much, Super Linux Audio Guru. Thank you guys for the donations. I appreciate that. Nuke. Now we're basically done. We got this. Just kidding. With the fake out. Okay. I mean, it wasn't a bad video. Like, I think he was spitting for the most part, and it got a little corny.